Good to be back on a Sunday. It's been first time in a long time. It's Holden, it's Ramon. It's Nuke the House. You can head over to nukethehouse.com/pricing right now. Use the code NukeWeek. You'll get all of our picks for free. All access, all picks, all shows right here. nukethehouse.com/pricing. Nuke Week, NUKEWEEK is the free week code. What's up, Ramon? Ramon, I have a beautiful little Christmas tree behind me. I think yours is more beautiful. You got that big board. Like, is that real? What is that behind you?
No, it's green and red and yellow. I mean, just like yours. So, got to keep up to date on the latest scores here.
I heard you were a little bougie with your Christmas tree. Is this true? You have to have an expensive Christmas tree?
Yes. Oh, yeah. We order a high-level fake Christmas tree, not just some Amazon out of the box $20 model. We've got to have a boutique Christmas tree from Sweden, I think.
What about a $500 Amazon Christmas tree?
Well, as long as it has good reviews, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, 4.5 plus. 100%. 4.5 plus. All right, buddy. Let's get going here. Okay. So many games, so many fun games. We got snow games. But we'll start with the Steelers and the Ravens. I mean, everybody's talking about Tomlin, Dunsky, stick a fork in him. I don't see where this total has moved very much. I don't see a lot of points today. 43.5 is the total. You've got mostly 5.5-point favorites for the Ravens at home. Everybody down on the Steelers. A lot of people have no idea what to do with the total. What about you, Ramon?
Yeah, I still continue to be concerned with what Aaron Rodgers, they're forcing it, really, is all that's come down to at this point. Really haven't had a great year with Rodgers in there right now. And, DK's about the only weapon going for them. It's going to be a tight matchup for them at tight end because that's where the Steelers kind of excel, and the Ravens play pretty well against tight ends. Lamar is obviously have some physical limitations here. I think that has to be determined as obvious given his lack of production here. So I'm with you. I'm on the under here. I think the Ravens, look, you could always just pencil this one in, right? Holden, is just go the underdog and under every time in the Pittsburgh Ravens series. But the Ravens have crushed them in the last two games back-to-back at Baltimore. So I think they do it again today. I think the Ravens could get a 7 to 10 point victory here in an under.
I only tail one guy for sides and totals, and I'm all over this game. So I'll say on the under. It's a tail job, so it's not something that I came up with on my own, but I will be rooting for the under there. Let's go to the Seahawks. Falcons, JSN's number as low as it's been since week 7. It opened in the mid-80s. I got it at 90. I think this thing continues to climb. The Falcons on the other side, they just keep killing themselves. The spread, 6.5, 7, depending on where you go with the Seahawks. You want to lay a touchdown on the road with the Seahawks and a 44.5 total there, Ramon?
Yeah, the Falcons are a good home dog for sure, but I know Penix is out and Cousins is in. He's better with a game plan for sure. But look, if they can't get the running game going or how to try to get it to Bijan, it does feel like Cousins has had a little bit of a problem getting it to Bijan so far. I know he got his number last game for sure with some big yardage there, but against the Seahawks defense, it feels like it's going to be different for me. So I know what you're saying here, but Seattle right now, they're in that tough battle for the top spot here, and I think Seattle does do it. I think Atlanta does have troubles scoring here. I think it's somewhere in the maybe 23, 14, 15 range. I got another under here, and I'm going to take Seattle to drub them here right now. There's some, issues obviously with Atlanta, talking about have they kept the right coach and what are they going to do now in the future as well, while Seattle is just in a groove here, ready to enter the postseason and keep it rolling here right now. I know it's tough here, west to east, laying points on the road, but I'm going to do it here this time with Seattle in and under.
So we'll move on to our third game. By the way, smash the like button. You get a second. We'd appreciate that. Make sure you're subscribed to the NTH Sports Picks channel. Tennessee at Cleveland. We'll have some snow today. It's going to look beautiful. 10-mile-an-hour winds, not going to affect anything. Heated field, not expecting the weather to do too much. If these two quarterbacks, Sanders and Ward, faced in college last year, we'd be really pumped about it. Unfortunately, we're just watching two horrible teams right now. I guess we can check out Myles Garrett, how many sacks he gets today. but the line is this. It's a 3.5-point favorite for the Browns. God, laying a hook with the Browns, 33.5 total. What do you got, Ramon?
Right. If we couldn't make it more difficult for these two quarterbacks, let's throw them on a snow field. It's going to be really tough for these guys to get anywhere close to 2 touchdowns, it feels like today. So, yeah, it is tough. Wanted to back Shadur Sanders with a hook on there as well. But this Tennessee does feel like the worst going. And I think when you have a guy like Myles Garrett, probably with his ears pinned back here in this one, going for 2, 3, 4 sacks today against Cam, maybe that will help them just get the money there. I'll take Cleveland. More interested in the under here. Obviously, huge total here, 33.5. You said 34, so I'll do it. I'll go with the Browns. I'll lay the points with them here just because the loser here may be stuck in single digits actually in this game. So it could maybe, how about 17 to 10 or something like that for the Browns. Maybe find a way to get this one here. But again, this is going to be tough on these two guys. Notre Dame's out of the playoff, by the way. Holden just in, and BYU as well, of course. But
BYU has no business sniffing it.
Well, they're listed as the second team out, but I'm just saying Notre Dame, the big news here right now, Notre Dame will not be in the college football playoff.
Good. Screw them. Earn it. Don't go on your name recognition. They had a nice run, though, but last year. Anyways, let's get back into this. We've got a ton of rain, like 3/4 of an inch of rain is scheduled for Jacksonville today for this game between the Jaguars and the Colts. There's a big battle at the top of the standings. The Colts have been in a slump. The Jaguars are surging. Kegger got us on the Jaguars at almost 3-1 to win the division a couple weeks ago, and now it's looking pretty good. Now the Colts are 2.5-point favorites on the road, and the total sit between 44.5, 45. Again, this should be a very sloppy game. So I hope you're not backing either passer in this game, because if you just look at the actual numbers here, anywhere from an 11 to 13% drop in completion percentage during quote unquote heavy rain. And that's what this should be. So talk to me. The total, if I had to look at something, would be the way to go. And then Tyler on Nuke the Props, our prop show this week, gave out Trevor Lawrence over 14.5 rushing and a touchdown as well.
This is one of the toughest matchups of any head-to-head matchup this season when the Colts go against the Jaguars. The Jaguars totally dominate this team at home when the Colts have been mediocre or decent. They still can't beat the Jags even when they've been bad. So I think here this is, you're getting a couple of points here. The Jaguars should probably win this game. I think volatility obviously will be up there because of the weather factor here right now. And it has allowed that total to drop as well. We could, there's always potential for some funky plays too that could happen in weather like this. But I think for me, just the dominance of the Jaguars here, Holden, over the Colts in this series right now. I mean, they're like 9-2 against the spread against the Colts at home, and they pretty much have won every game here for about the last decade against this team. So the Jaguars should win this game given their current trajectory right now. And the Colts, I mean, hey, they got a guy with a broken leg playing quarterback. So.
Yep, that's true. And then you got
Did anybody say anything about Downs though? He's got a pretty nice matchup though.
You like Downs today? Did you?
Well, it's tough with the conditions, I guess, to try to really bank on somebody. So I'd rather just take the side here. I like the Jaguars to win this game outright.
Commanders Vikings. Coop is shown up at Nuke the House, and he's taken a JJ McCarthy ladder this week. I mean, if you want to get uncomfortable, how many times have you been uncomfortable? Said, Coop, you're crazy, and then you make the bet and you end up with a ton of money. It happens a lot. Anyways, I'm not interested in this game outside of that McCarthy play. Commanders -1.5 on the road, 43.5 total. McCarthy's back.
I'm on McCarthy again. I mean, look, just at home. I mean, we have our two quarterbacks coming back in here. Commanders still have they might have one of the worst defense. I think they do have one of the worst defenses in the league, statistically, points wise here, trying to get JJ on track. Look, Coach KOC is not going to be going. He's not going to get rid of him here. We're going to work with McCarthy. Should have a good matchup against the Commanders. They're a great matchup, really. It's just a matter of, can he find a rhythm? Can he find his superstar targets? Don't forget, with Jefferson with Addison as well, and good tight end play, and the backs are a little bit healthy here. So yeah, I'm on the Vikings here, but I'll stick with the under here. Maybe something in the 21-19 range. Vikings win it. I don't know if it'll be overwhelming. It's an issue here, certainly for McCarthy to really produce big numbers, but I don't have a problem with it because I'm on the Vikings here. So let's go Coop. Let's go Vikings and have a good day today against this bad defense. Not to be understated here. The Commanders have had a rough year defensively.
Okay, let's get to the Dolphins and the Jets. Achane set up for a huge day. Probably too late on the props there. Breece Hall could be in for a huge day as well. You could pick A.D. Mitchell. You can pick John Mitchie, whoever pass catcher you want on the Jets side. Good luck with this game. If you're betting it, Dolphins -2.5 on the road, 41.5, 42.5 total. If anything, I would take the points, but I don't see it at 3, so I'm not going to.
No, I think Mitchell's the guy you want to look at. Look at the numbers he had there, the 12 targets last week. It really feels like with Ty God, he does have something with Mitchell there, and out of necessity, right? You got to go to comfortability here, and Mitchell, maybe they will get the best of that deal in the end. You never know with the Jets, I guess. But, people always say the Dolphins go in these cold weather, and Tua's wearing his little white hijab, whatever he's got.
Yeah.
Whatever he wears there. But he actually does okay in some of these cold weather games when playing the Jets. So maybe the Dolphins get this one here. I'm going to think there is some scoring in the end in this one. I'll take the Dolphins to win and cover, maybe preferably just to win, but I've got it as an over here, maybe in the 24-20 range or so. Dolphins get the win and cover. I'll take them here just because I think the Jets are a laughing stock, but I do like Mitchell here for sure. He's probably one of my favorite plays on the card.
I'm going to be bothered because I didn't get in enough on this Bucs Saints game, but I do have Bucky Irving to score a touchdown here. I think a lot of people at the shop are on Devon Vele, former Bronco, now at the Saints. You've got Bucky back. He should have a nice workload. Not worried about the weather. It's a 7.5 point side though. The Buccaneers -7.5. So I wonder if that's something that's a little bit too much at this point. 41.5. I was looking at the Bucs team total a lot this week. If they don't score on their first drive, I think I'm going to get in on it.
Okay, because I think maybe the Saints are more likely in trouble here, and that's why they might end up short in this game against the Bucs. Or Irving coming back, and they do look pretty healthy here on offense with Ibuka in there and Godwin and Tez Johnson. I know he's been inconsistent. The talk was Evans could even try to come back this week. It's not going to happen, but he's going to come back in a week or two. Holden just get injured again, I'm sure. But no, I'm gonna take the Bucs in a blowout. They rarely get a blowout, but I think they've got the right opponent here in the right time at this point. I don't think the Saints have prepared anything here at this point. I don't mind Vele there because Olave was a little bit tagged up there in the injury report this week. Obviously, he's in there here today. Shuck's got a good matchup. It's just that he's just hasn't really been able to develop quite yet. So I am going to take the Bucs here by double digits in and under. I think finally maybe the Bucs can get a smasher here and not make their fans sweat one out like they always do.
Yeah, the Bucs team total, by the way, that I was looking at is 25.5. You had some 24.5 earlier in the week. Now that I missed that number, if they don't score on that first drive, this thing can somehow get down to 23.5. I think by the end of the game, we're going to have at least 24 points out of the Bucs, if not more. So that's going to be a live betting spot for me. That's Ramon. I'm Holden. Nuke the House, nukethehouse.com. A couple things. NTH Sports Picks, the YouTube channel. If you're on X, come on over, subscribe, become a member. Just hit the join button, hang out with us. Super chats if you want to tip us. I mean, the guys we went with Flournoy on that Dallas-Detroit game for like 11 units. It was a monster night on Thursday. Keg is rounding into form. By the way, love you, Keg. If you're watching right now, if you're not, no big deal. I know what you're going through, and I love you.
Help you promote it. If I could help you promote it, Holden, I'm on a live stream myself on Monday Night Football, but I've got the notifications on. It just kept coming up, right?
Yeah.
Keg just kept send it out. Florida. I was on my live show and I was already talking him up a little bit, and Hey, it's easy when I'm doing a live show and I'm already saying, man, Florida, look at him getting these routes, look at these targets, and then it pops up on my notifications that here comes Keg loading up again. I mean, I'm not hijacking the plays or anything. I'm already talking him up. I'm like, man, look at this. We must be talking about him right. And look at the night that he had their breakout career game.
We should have some snow in the Cincinnati Buffalo game in Buffalo. Love it. Love snow games. They just absolutely look gorgeous on the television. So even if I don't have an action on a game, I'll still have it up there. I do have some action because the boys are on Chase Brown. I think Burrow could go nuts. I think Allen rushing might be a thing today because of the snow, and James Cook should go bananas as well. There's a 54.5 total. I'm not betting 54.5.
No.
What I will tell you is I would not be shocked if the guys were on this live when they start seeing the offenses pick it up. It's a 5.5, 6-point favorite here for the Bills. Any interest in the side, the totals, or players in this Cincinnati Buffalo game?
I am a little bit scared about the total going. I want to go under because of the weather a little bit. I know we don't really say, hey, as long as there's no wind, it's okay. Remember the Holden game where you put the men on there, you'd set up your formations, you turn on the electricity, they go in circle. Right, I'd take the baby powder. It's snowing here at the electric football.
I loved it.
Bengals here with Burrow. Everybody got really excited. It almost feels like we jumped the shark a little bit. We're like, oh my God, Burrow's back. They're going to win all the rest of their games and threaten to make the playoffs. But that was one game. But still, the Bills don't put teams away. It feels like here, and look, they're fighting for a playoff unbelievably here at this point. So I don't know if we can put them that much ahead of the Bengals to be favored here by a touchdown. It just, the public momentum does seem to be on the Bengals, which is a little bit scary here, but I'm willing to take a touchdown here with the Bengals in this one. And I think it does stay under, maybe because of the conditions. I know we say don't worry about it, but we're still dealing with a total near the mid 50s here. So I'm actually going to go under, but I think the Bengals can hang in, maybe throw a little bit of volatility in there with some conditions. And with Joey B back, they look good in that game. So I'll grab a touchdown or so here with the Bengals, and I'll say it stays under.
Elijah, what is up? He's got 54.5 of the total, and the snow tells you all you need to know.
This says go, that would still be a high-scoring game. I got you, Elijah.
Everybody throw your best bets in the chat. We'd love to see what that is, and we'll move on to the afternoon games now. My Broncos. It's too big of a number. The Broncos aren't beating anybody by a touchdown. Come on, every single game comes down to a field goal, dude. The Raiders are 8.5-point dogs. I mean, at this point, I'm almost want to take them. No. 40.5 is the total. I would not blame anybody for taking the Raiders, not because this is a numbers thing here, just watching every single one of these Broncos games. They're not a team that's going to blow another team out very often. And in a division game, I don't think that happens today.
Okay, no, I got you. In fact, that's what keeps the Raiders just kind of in it, right? You got Max wreaking havoc in there, and it was 10-7 last time. So I'm in Las Vegas, Holden. I think these guys are an absolute joke. So I will lay it. And I say I think they'll punish them here in this one. That seems to only be going further downhill with the Raiders right now. And as long as the Broncos are bringing a little bit of heat, I agree with you. I know what you're saying. I'll take the under, I guess, maybe as the stronger play here in this one. I know where it's 40. Is that too high? 40, 39.5, whatever.
The Broncos will get you some points.
Well, if they do, then they will cover, I would think. I'm going Broncos and under. I can't.
You're taking the line. You're laying the 8.5?
I'm going to lay it. The Raiders, this is a complete joke right now. And if the Denver, look, it's 10-2 against 2-10 here, okay? And yes, the Broncos play down to their opponents here. Don't even cover these spreads or anything, but to me, the Raiders are the problem here. They're the complete joke right now. They're the one on the massive losing streak. The Broncos didn't cover against Washington. Washington's probably got a better offense there. So, no, I can't do it. I'm laying it here. Raiders are still 3-6. ATS is a dog.
Got a couple more games. I'm trying to get my interception prop in here before the show ends. I'll tell you what that is in just a second. See who has a profit boost. Can you guess one of the two guys I'm going to bet for an interception today?
Well, let's see. I mean, you're saying here that it's coming down to you haven't said it yet, so I've got to look at the game still to come. I don't know if it's
No, I'm going to tell you what it is right now. I'm going to tell you what it is right now.
Okay.
One of them is the quarterback for the Raiders.
Oh, gee. Oh, on this game too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The other one is not a quarterback on the Raiders. The other one is not.
Okay. Not Patty Mahomes tonight.
We'll get you a 2-1 on a Shador plus Geno Smith interception.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let me throw that in there. And then I'm going to give you the next game to tee it up. Bears, Packers, Josh Jacobs finding the end zone today.
Okay.
Packers 6.5-point favorites at home, 43.5, 44.5 total. We're going to find out if the Bears are real today. This is the game.
They don't even have to be real to cover the number here, though, right? The Packers don't seem to really put big numbers up on anybody. And the Bears, the one thing that is real, it feels like, is what Johnson has done, not just with the offense, but really what the defense has been doing as well. I mean, it's all one package, especially when you have a situation like with Caleb Williams. Look, I wish he was more accurate. You know what? If Caleb Williams could and maybe if these guys could hold on to the ball, Noah Dunze, that is a problem for sure here. But look, they got the running game can still be solid here against the Pack. Bears are going to stay in this game. This is a huge game. They've had a great season here. Packers have, been very, 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 very good. No doubt about it. But this is a big division game. This is one I'm willing to take a dog on. And it's a grudge match, man. This got to go under here from what we've seen. I don't think these guys put up the type of offense that they really need to go deep. But I'll take the under here. I'm taking Bears and under in this one. They could upset them. Why not? I think the Bears have had a pretty good run. It's just Williams. Look, we praise him a little bit because he looks so good. He's making better decisions all year long. That's been the key. But, man, as good as he looks when he gets out of the pocket, sometimes the ball goes – 1 minute it's a beautiful pass, and the next one is not as good. But that comes with time maybe here. I was the one with all of my cronies that, kind of stuck by Caleb Williams, and I feel rewarded a little bit here because he's kind of come through this year.
So let's get to these last two games of the day. Rams at Cardinals. Everybody's on Michael Wilson. Guy's number went up like 15 yards, I think. Brissett could be in a nice spot. On the other side, Rams coming off a loss. So Stafford in a good spot. I think Corum's starting to get some more work. They want to rest or give a little less work to Kyron Williams. Then again, in a spot where they would need him, they could run him out there still and give him 20 touches, maybe even a little bit more. So there's a lot going on offensively on both of these teams. The interesting thing here is the total at 48.5 and the side at 9.5. And I do wonder if the Rams can go on the road in the division and just lay a butt whooping on the Cardinals. The total to me, a little bit high, but I could see why you bet the over. Did you bet anything in this game?
Well, Holden, this is one. The Rams have covered 9 of the last 10 years when playing in Arizona. Now, it probably weren't laying many 10-point games in there, but given the discrepancy in these two teams this season here, and Rams coming off of a loss, Cardinals have, some issues coming in here too without Harrison in there. And I don't think right now, I think it could be done for Murray, right? He's not in this one, and who knows if he's going to be able to hang with this franchise, and they don't have answers here right now. So off of a loss here, I think the Rams get a blowout win. I want to go over, but even 49 is going to be a little bit too high for me to make a big play on it. So Rams for me to get the 2-touchdown win here. Cardinals lost 5 straight at home, 9 of 10 at home. Rams are still 12-4-1, last 17 against Arizona. It's a series they dominate here, so I got to take the Rams here to crush them. It'll probably flirt with that total, maybe get up to 50 points. If the Rams cover, I guess it's going to have a better chance to do so.
One more game to get to. Want to remind everybody, nukethehouse.com/pricing. We're going to give you one free week for everything. One free week starting right now. You'll get our in-game picks, pre-flop picks, it's not just this. We got college football. We'll start throwing bold numbers or bold plays out there for you. NFL, UFC, MMA, tons of stuff that we're still betting here besides for the NFL. But yeah, the NFL's our big baby here. So again, nukethehouse.com/pricing. Use the code NUKEWEEK for 1 free week. I know my guy JC Zargo on Nuke the Picks earlier in this week. He liked the Chiefs, or in the Chiefs-Texans game, he likes Houston plus 3.5 because of the hook. Do the Chiefs cover at home against these Texans tonight, who are playing really good football?
No, I don't know. I don't know if they. I might take the Texans to win. The injuries just keep piling up for Kansas City, especially the offensive line right now. They've had to totally reshift and reimagine things here, and that's kind of been the problem here for the last several weeks for Kansas City, is keeping the offensive line healthy. And against a team like Houston right now, where one of the best defenses in the league for sure, I like them to come in here and maybe pull this upset off tonight, getting a field goal or more, a hook here. Is there even some 4s out there right now?
There is a 4 at Bet Rivers, Sugar House, can be.
I want to take Houston here, sprinkle the money line for sure. Kansas City, they go under a lot, Holden. You would think of Mahomes as, he is great. Don't get me wrong, but they've had trouble really producing a lot of offense in general. And against a team like Houston right now that is just on fire defensively, it feels like here. I've got this one as a rough one for Mahomes. If they're going to get it done, it's going to be a struggle here for sure. So maybe this one just stays somewhere in the mid to high 30s. I like the Texans here, maybe even to win. I'm on Nuke the House, man. Let me.
Hey, I know you got to take plus money. Do you think this thing gets to 4 everywhere? 4 closes because the Chiefs?
No, I don't know if it will. Right?
Okay.
It seems like it's. I had to ask you if there were still any 4s out there.
There is.
No,
all right. Listen, you got to plug what you're doing here, pal. Tell everybody what you're doing. I'll give one more what we're doing, and then we'll hand it off. Stay on the NTH Sports Picks channel. The boys will be live betting the 1 and 4 o'clock slates, and I'll join in tonight on Sunday Night Football for this Houston-Kansas City game. Ramon?
First, I want to thank you and Keg and the guys for a great season. I think my time is up here at the great bowl games, but, we don't have any big slates anymore. So really had a great time talking to everybody on Saturdays, leading up to the college football championship games yesterday. So had a great time back with my friends here on Nuke the House this season. Every day I do 2 shows right now. I do a early morning show with Sports Money Network, previewing the whole day, the sports betting card 7 days a week at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. That's on the Sports Money Network. And also late nights, I do a show, kind of a late night vibe, where I'm a little more mellow, Holden. Maybe I've eaten a gummy or something.
Oh!
Yeah, might be a little crazy there late at night, but we preview a lot of the good games on the card, most of the card for a late night show, and that's on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. And really would love to have everyone join me if they'd like to just listen to, it's just my handicapping philosophy and styles, running through a lot of trends, the injuries and things like that. So really appreciate it. Loved being back with the crew. Best wishes to Keg here. Saw that he'll be taking some time off, but you know what? He's had to take a little time off before. He's always come back bigger and stronger, more handsome than the previous time.
That's the only thing you didn't say right.
That's
not more handsome. Definitely not more handsome.
Yeah, if he keeps that beard off, he looks a lot more handsome. He's more healthy.
All right, Ramon. Teach their own, I suppose.
Say it again, brother.
All right, pal. Great work with you here. We'll see you next week, though. We got another show next week.
Oh yeah, no, you and I got we got work to do here.
You got some bowl games that you gotta throw in there too before it's all said and done. I need 10 units out of you this month.
So okay? We're gonna have to finish up strong if I'm gonna be back here next year with you guys. Right. I'll beg to come back because I had such.
We need to get out of here. The boys are going live. NukeTheHouse.com /pricing. Nuke Week is the code. See you, boys.